Hello, Boss Word. Welcome to Boxing Block Center. Well, on the 22nd of December, or let's say 23rd of December, because the fight will be shown live in the morning over here in Central European time. Efe Ajagba, the Nigerian Nightmare, and the one and only will be out again. A lot of fans are waiting and expecting him to do a very good job. That is knocking the opponent out, right? That's what we want to see. But there's a problem. There is a problem. The problem right now is that Efe Ajagba still don't know who he will be facing next. His camp, his team still don't know. And that's a very bad stuff. His management, in my opinion, I think, is failing. His promoter, Richard Schaefer, has failed. And if they do get an opponent for Ajagba on that day, okay, and Ajagba does not study the opponent first, because if you're fighting someone, you have to study them. Go check their record out, go check their style out so that you can see how you prepare for the fight. But if Ajagba does not know who is fighting next, and he gets to fight a guy who is more technical than him, who has more experience than him, and loses, his career will be technically over. You understand what I'm saying? So, how can you... Listen, it's just next week here. You're fighting a week, okay? Later. You know what I mean? And you don't know who you're fighting. Next week, Ajagba will be fighting. But he still doesn't know who he's fighting. Isn't that pathetic? People always say, why are you criticizing Ajagba so much? Why they hate? Listen, Ajagba is a fellow Nigerian like me. As a fellow Nigerian who want to see a Nigerian like me do good, do well, be successful, I have to be very worried about him. It's just the truth, because I support him as a Nigerian, and I want to see him do well, and I want to see his career built properly. He has to know his fighting next, and he has to study the style of that opponent, because power cannot get you everywhere, especially when we've seen Deontay Wilder taken to school by Tyson Fury. What if he's fighting a more technical fighter than he is, without doing his own work, like studying the style? Him and his team should be very ashamed of themselves. I mean, not him, because he doesn't really have a say of anything. His team, his management, his promoter, Richard Schaefer, his advisor, Heyman. There's still no opponent for this guy. And he's fighting next week on the Charlo undercard. People say I'm too critical of him, I'm too critical of this. Listen, I'm just trying to be realistic here, and reasonable as well. Supporting a fellow Nigerian doesn't mean I'm critical. I have to be critical, of course, because his management has failed him. Ajagba should know right now that if he loses, his career will be technically over, just like Izu Gono's career was, or is over. Let's say not over, but Izu Gono can come back. But the thing is that after he lost to Dominic Brazil, what happened? He just disappeared. Ajagba has a lot of potentials. He has basic boxing skills, but he needs to know who he's fighting so that he can do a homework and try to study the style of his opponent. Not just going there thinking he can get a first round knockout and then not end up getting it, and then end up getting outboxed, outclassed by his opponent. I'm just saying the truth. Ajagba was asked on Instagram Who are you fighting next? Ajagba said he doesn't know. He don't know he's fighting next. But he know the day he's fighting, which is December 22nd. But he doesn't know against who. So meaning he cannot do a homework or do a research about his opponent, to try study the style and try see what the weakness of his opponent is. And also the strength and weaknesses. You have to know the strength and weaknesses of your opponent. Ajagba doesn't know any of that because he doesn't know who he's fighting. He could be fighting a ghost. Who knows? I'm very disappointed in the way Ajagba has been managed and promoted so far. Richard Schaefer has done a hell of a bad job, in my opinion. Hamer is trying his best, I think, but I don't think Hamer has Ajagba in his heart, because there's no way Hamer will ever match Deontay Wilder against Ajagba in the future. I'm just telling you right now, you would not see that fight. So it's just kind of sad that Ajagba now he's in a mess, but he thinks he's doing great and everything. No, he's not. As a fellow Nigerian, I have to say the truth. And only the truth shall set me free. Cheers, guys.